That's B-U-R-N-E-T-T.
Yo, 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 people. Sonny Burnett in the place to be, hitting up Salton Sea Beach. Headed out back to the desert in 2020, 1 year later. More deserted places to research, visit, and discuss. Salton Sea Beach was on my radar last year, but didn't really have time. One of the last real communities on the Salton Sea that I was really interested in checking out. So I was glad I was able to make time to do that. Initially, my plan was to spend an entire day there. And before you scoff and say, that's ridiculous, how are you going to spend an entire day in such a small community? Well, you're talking to a guy that did 10 miles in Bombay Beach. And there's a lot of comparisons to be made between Bombay and Salton Sea Beach. Very similar size, similar vibe in some ways, but in most ways the vibe is the deal breaker. Bombay Beach, while beat down, is endearing. Salton Sea Beach certainly looks like a wonderful place to live. Give me a crib, I'll move tomorrow. But it doesn't have that vibe, and lacking the grid structure that Bombay has, it does make it difficult to pile up the miles and do something like 10. So, like I said, I was going to spend a day there and try to knock out 10. I ended up just doing 5 in the morning on a day I headed back to Salton City down the road. Even if I had planned to spend the day, I probably would have bailed, because they have got a serious situation with some really, really vicious and mean dogs in Salton Sea Beach. You heard it here, you can quote me on that, and I'll discuss it. There was at least 5 or 6 dogs throughout the city, and remember the size of the city, and we're talking pit bulls, German shepherds, Rottweilers, killer dogs that were mean. They were not happy to have a cyclist go by, even if I was 30 feet from them. And it's unnerving. I've been cycling a long time. Every cyclist deals with that time to time, but I dealt with it a bunch of times on that day, so I was eager to get my 5 and get out of there. But really cool city. The beach is interesting. The sand seemed to be packed a little bit differently, and you could really ride around there pretty well. Roads were pretty hit or miss, especially towards the beach. They got pretty beat down, and a lot of like sand drifting and such in the roads. But hey, I'm not complaining. All these things add character to the situation and to my ride, so I had a blast. Here we are, headed back out, and I honestly remember there was a dog somewhere right around here just yapping at me, and it just makes you jump. Not a good feeling. Bunch of pit bulls, man. And I'm not hating on pit bulls. I know they're a great breed, but they'll also tear you limb from limb when they're unhappy. Yeah, I think I will definitely go back and try to knock out a 5 every year. I mean, no disrespect to anybody that saw me darting around in there. I'm not trying to be a tourist or screw around in their community. Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Parked on Brawley Avenue out towards 86 and had a gentleman kind of peeping on me, said howdy. He said howdy back, so obviously it was all love. But watching these videos brings back the memories of just a couple days ago, and I'm sitting at home now just drinking a cold beer from a nice cold mug, and as good as that is, it's not as good as a beach community on the Salton Sea full of killer dogs. That's it, people. Sonny Burnett checking out. Salton Sea Beach. Check it out. Later.